This girl hadn't slept for 3 whole days. It wasn't that she didn't want to sleep, but that she couldn't bring herself to. She was participating in a sleep experiment. If she could stay awake for 5 days, she would be rewarded with 500,000 TIE baht. However, if she accidentally fell asleep, she would die. There were 3 other participants in the experiment. The first 2 days passed easily for them, without any noticeable drowsiness. But on the 3rd day, Mike accidentally dozed off, though it was only for a few seconds. David, on the other hand, seemed like a zombie. He was even disoriented while playing basketball, and took a ball straight to the face. When his friends helped him up, he started hearing things, voices accusing him of being useless. Meanwhile, the girl's situation was worsening. Even though the key was already in the lock, she couldn't turn it no matter how hard she tried. She also snapped at her younger sister for no reason. Mary, on the other hand, became paranoid, constantly feeling like someone was following her. By the 4th day of the 2nd round of the experiment, they were all showing signs of serious sleep deprivation. But despite their worsening condition, their hormone levels still hadn't spiked. That's when the girl noticed something strange. Although all 4 participants were in the same experiment, David's hormone levels were higher than the others. It seemed that his regular exercise might be making his body respond faster. So, the group decided to get their minds off the fatigue by doing everything they could think of: swimming, singing, barbecuing, eating lemons, and splashing cold water, all to force their brains to stay awake. But after exhausting their energy, their bodies felt even more drained. At that point, David added some wakefulness pills to their drinks. Although it was risky, possibly even causing a stroke, they didn't care. They were so close to the 500,000 baht reward. If they fell asleep that night, all their efforts would be wasted, and worse, they could lose their lives. So, they all drank up without hesitation. Immediately, they felt revived, and their hormone levels shot up. However, Mary couldn't handle the rush and passed out. Her watch began a countdown, and if it hit 60 seconds, she would never wake up again. They quickly began CPR. With only seconds left on the clock, they managed to revive her just in time. At the same moment, all 4 of them reached a hormone level of 100, completing the experiment. The doctor then suggested a 3rd round, 10 days of no sleep for 1 million baht. But they all decided to quit. No amount of money was worth their lives. However, just when they thought they could escape, the girl's grandmother suffered a stroke and needed emergency surgery, but she couldn't afford the medical bills. That's when her sister pulled out a large stack of cash from her bag. The girl looked at the envelope and realized her sister had also been part of the experiment. When she returned home, the girl discovered that her sister had gone missing. She rushed to the lab, but it was too late. Her sister had already been implanted with a chip for the 3rd round of the experiment. The doctor then threatened the girl if she didn't bring the others back for the 3rd round, her sister's chip would never be removed. Desperate to save her sister, the girl turned to her friends for help. They were reluctant to risk their lives for her sister, but the director had already set the stage. They had no choice but to follow the script. So, they were about to embark on a grueling 10-day, sleepless ordeal.